The phone. 6TR on a Friday afternoon. That's Skyscraper by Sam Bailey. She's got a brand new single out today. It's called Sing My Heart Out. So kindly, she's taken time out of a busy schedule to come on the phone today. Hello, Sam. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm brilliant. You must be really excited. The single is now out for everyone to buy and hear and enjoy.
Yeah, the hype has been. I was trending this morning, so I'm quite happy about that. So yeah, it's been great. I mean, I did the launch for the album last night, and I got to sing it and perform it, and it's been played everywhere. So I keep hearing it, and it's just bizarre that I'm hearing it. It's like a bit of a whirlwind. It's bringing it all back to me from last time. So
I can imagine. Yeah, of course. And yeah, the album launch. I saw some of the pictures on Twitter. It was well attended. Some big names there.
Yeah, there was a few people. I didn't want it to be a massive, like, big name affair, because it would take the focus off me, and I'm there to sort of, like, show people what I'm doing. It's like, everyone said to me, Sharon coming? I said, well, I asked if she'd come, but she came. I don't think anyone would be interested in me. They'd be all over Sharon, wouldn't they? So
I like your thinking.
You know, it's a business world, isn't it, at the end of the day? And it was really for an industry kind of thing as well, like for the people that's in the industry and the press and everything. And I did so many interviews yesterday. By the time I'd finished in the interview room, the majority of people had gone. So yeah, it was a very long night, and I'm so glad it's over. But at the same time, I'm so glad that people have heard stuff now and stuff off the album, and especially the single. So.
Yeah, and of course you mentioned it's all coming back to you again because you had a massive success from the back of the X Factor.
Yeah.
But the fans have stayed with you all the way through, which is great. I've just seen on our Twitter today, we've mentioned it coming on, and so many questions and messages and retweets and everything like that. It's amazing that they've still got that love.
Yeah, I mein the fans are great. I mean, I don't really have to do a lot in order for them to love what I'm doing. They're just so supportive, and in fact, some of them know where I am when I don't. They're like, "Oh, you're doing this on this day," and it's like my fans in my diary. I mean, I could say, "Oh, I don't know what I'm doing," and they'll go, "Oh, well, you're in Manchester doing this," and I'm like, "Oh, thanks." They know more than I do about my life at the minute. So yeah, they're great. They're really great.
Yeah, because when you're doing promo, you could be here, there, and everywhere for a day or two.
Yeah,
and, that's what I like about you as well. You put it on your profile. You are a grafter. You're working for your family and their future and everything like that. So it's important to get out there. It's hard for kids that, that the next generation are going to find it really difficult to get on the property ladder and do things like that. So I want to graft as much as I can so that I can help them out and give them, that stepping stone, and then, let them just set them free and just let them get on with it, and then I can look after the grandkids. That's what I want to do. That'd be a person. I'm wishing my life away here. What's going on? I was going to say, but at least you'll get a break at some time, you hope.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
But this song's been co-written and it's dedicated to your family, and because it's what you do.
Yeah, there's a music video for it as well, so the music video's been uploaded on Twitter, so people can go on and have a look, and it's just footage of my family, and my mum's in the choir just over my left shoulder at the end of the song. So yeah, it's just a real family affair, and it just shows people that I'm all right, and I'm doing okay, and I'm happy, and I'm very proud of my achievements, and I'm proud of my family. So
yeah, because it's been a massive wave, and you're still on that crest of the wave since having a #1 album, a Christmas #1 with Skyscraper, which you just played.
I know.
Again, that's a dream that no one can believe that it ever happened, having a Christmas #1.
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, it's like that all it's okay to get the #1, but to get a Christmas #1, that's something that's kind of a rarity. And you're getting, I didn't know this, but you're getting the Guinness Book of Records if you get a Christmas #1. So I'm in Guinness Book of Records. I quite like that. And I'll always be a quiz question. We got Christmas #1 2013, and I went on holiday recently and they was doing a quiz, and I was one of the quiz questions. So I've made it. I'm done.
Did they know that you were there?
No, I think they actually didn't, but it's like every 2 weeks they roll round, and we'd arrived the night before, and then the next day walking across the hall area, and they was doing this quiz, and I sort of froze because I thought, oh my God, I mentioned my name. It turned out it was an answer to a quiz question. So, I've made it. So that's it now. Don't need to do anything else.
I always read positive press about it, which is great. You know, you've always been doing something. But the one thing that you've mentioned that you weren't happy about was the Beyonce support. I don't know if you want to talk about it, but apparently she didn't meet up with you or anything like that when you supported her on that gig.
No, I mean, when I do my tour, if someone supports me, I'll give them something signed, have some photos with them and say thank you. And I never got that. And it kind of baffled me a little bit, you know, considering when I came off the show, she done a video to say the winner of the X Factor, I'd like whoever the winner is to come and support me on my tour. She actually filmed that video saying that, but then when I did the tour, she was nowhere to be seen, and it did upset me a little bit, because I just think, but I don't know whether it was her or whether it was the management, or I don't know. It would have just been nice to. I'll even say that, you know, one day hopefully I'll get like a signed autograph. That would do me. I'll be quite happy with that, but it might be 2 years too late by then. So.
You just have to say, "Hold up, you don't love you like I love you," or something like that. Use a lyric on it.
I think it's a nice thing to do. She's invited me to be a support act. I've got ridicule for it. I've got death threats and everything for moaning about it. But I think it's just a common politeness, and it's a very British thing to do. So maybe it's like, you know, when she has people support her over there, then people expect it. But I think it's a courteous thing to do, to say thank you to someone, or at least leave a little note or something. And I had a porter cabin in the back where all the trucks were. I weren't even allowed in the other bit. So thank you, Beyonce. Cheers for that.
See,
I did nick her audience for an hour, so I'm happy about that. I did nick her audience for an hour, so thank you, Beyonce. I had a whale of a time.
See, I've been V Festival in the press area and then in the artist area, and they usually all mill around the people who are, you know, on the stage and talk to each other and everything like that. And then there's always a headliner, and I'm not mentioning many names like Rihanna, and they've got their own little village which no one else can go into. And it reminds me of that.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want to be on my own, to be honest. I like to mingle with people and talk to people. You learn from people's experiences by talking to people, and you never know, you might bump into it. It's called networking and stuff, and it's nice. But she's hugely, massively famous. She can do what she wants, and she's bloody talented, and she's got an amazing setup, and the dancers and the band and everyone was incredible. And I watched the show afterwards, and it was really, really good. So, you know, I got to see her in concert. A bird's eye view of it. You know, it was literally, I could reach out and touch her, because she was literally right next to me, and I was very pleased that I got to experience that, and I took my kids as well. So, but you know, it's something that I'll always remember. But I just wish I've got a signed autograph. It would have been nice.
Oh,
not gonna lie. I think anyone would be disappointed, wouldn't they?
Yeah, of course.
They got so close to meeting them, and then they didn't. So.
Oh, bless. Well, did you know, actually, I've just remembered this. It's 20 years ago since you were part of the girl band Girls Next Door. Is there a chance of an anniversary gig?
Oh, God, I never did. I don't even know where they get this from. We never did any gigs. We just went into a studio, recorded this one song, called ourselves Girls Next Door, had a photo, and then it kind of folded. So we didn't actually do anything. So it's quite funny that it all came about. It's amazing what things come out of the woodwork when you're when you're in the public eye. But I actually quite like the song, to be honest. I thought it was a good song.
Yeah, I've heard it. We haven't got it with us. I was going to say we could play it, but I have not got it with me.
Oh, God, please don't play it. I was being facetious. It's all good.
No, I'm going to dig it out and play it next week.
No!
2016, you're a Leicester City fan. What a time to be alive as well. I heard you made a shrine in your house to Leicester City.
No, everyone says this. I collect shirts, and I've turned my front room bit into a Leicester bit, and I've put them up before, and then I went to Jamie Vardy's wedding, and then it went in the papers that I'd done a massive shrine to Jamie. I'm friends with Jamie. It wasn't nothing like that. It's just that I've got one shirt of Jamie's and then loads of other shirts, and I collect shirts, so I've got literally frames and frames and frames of shirts that people have given to me and stuff. So I need a bigger house.
Yeah.
I've got nowhere to put them all, but I am a shirt collector and of sport memorabilia and stuff. So, but it all went in the papers. Sam Bailey's got a shrine to Jamie Vardy in the front room, and I was laughing my head off, and people were taking the mickey out of me. So, no, there's no shrine to Jamie. As much as I love him, and I know him, and he's a lovely person. But no, there's no shrine.
Oh,
it was funny though when it came out.
Yeah. God bless the British press for making a story out of nothing, really, elaborating that much.
I know.
But it's a good job we got you on the line to get these wrongs right.
Right,
yeah. Before you go, let's talk about the tour. The dates are out there now. Is it March next year?
It goes March. It's a 32-date tour starting from March next year. Might even be 36. I've just been told. Some venues have been added. It's going to be great, you know. If everyone likes music, likes singing, and likes having a bit of fun, then come along, enjoy it. You know, bring your family, bring your mum, bring your dad. You know, get it for a present for somebody, and just come along and enjoy it. We're gonna have lots of fun.
Yeah, Angie Widdop on Twitter. I just want to ask one question off Twitter. It's an interesting one. She's put: are there any surprises in store for the tour?
Yes, there will be some surprises on the tour. She'll just have to wait and see what they are.
Yeah, that's a surprise, isn't it? You have to wait.
Yeah, if I told you, then yes, there is going to be surprises. I can't say what they are, but it's going to be big, put it that way.
I've heard you want to get into acting as well, Sam. Is that another string to your bow you're looking to do?
Yes. I've already achieved that with Chicago, so it's definitely something.
But I mean on the screen. On the screen.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to do that. Maybe I could be in EastEnders. I could be like part of the Carter family or something. That'd be amazing.
That would be good.
Or the new Slaters.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, because you're friends with Danny, aren't you? And his wife.
Yeah, good mates with Danny. I don't see him very often, but, you know, I'm good friends with his soon-to-be wife, Jo. So, and she's a big fan of mine, and he's hilarious. He's a good character. He takes my kid's christening and brought his little one with him. So, yeah, he's a good lad. He's a good egg.
He definitely is. Well, thanks for coming on the phone. Thanks for being the most down-to-earth pop star I think we've ever had on here. It's been great to chat.
Bless you. No worries.
Before you go, introduce the single for the nation. It's Sing My Heart Out. I prefer if you introduced it, Sam.
Okay, this is Sam Bailey, and this is my new single, Sing My Heart Out, which is out today.
Thank you very much.
People.
Yeah, get downloaded. It's out everywhere.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.